Alright, there we go. So before I begin, I have to apologize because I wanted to use the Capture Age app, but my computer's being weird. So we're just going to look at it without the Capture Age, and I apologize for that. But without further ado, in the red corner, weighing in at 4 villagers, is Murdercai, myself. And in the other color is going to be Mr. Adifabarto, but this is actually not Devin. Don't pay attention to what that's saying, actually. This is actually friend's Hadosama, who was unable to get his account working, so we used his instead. This is day one of the tournament, or the day one, day one of the tournament. This is game one of the tournament, and yeah. I apologize because I'm also drinking my tea away so I can talk. And I apologize again. Let me just go back and let me just apologize once more because I seem to be doing that a lot in this game so far. Player 2, myself, I'm playing as the Magyars. I usually play as the Mayans. I usually go for Archer builds and Archer civs, and you can do that with the Magyars, but I thought that Max might be thinking I was going for the Aztecs or the Mayans, which I didn't end up going for, and he went with the Poles. So I'm happy that I did go with a civilization that does have some resemblance of cavalry, and it really actually does come in handy. But in the meantime, we'll kind of just let this play out for a second. Max did not take his boar. Is he not? Did he not see it? He does see it. Okay, he's just finishing off his sheep first, or his pigs. The swine horde, as you will. But once again, I'm happy that I chose a civilization that had some scouts, and I have to confess, I think I struggled a little bit in this venture a little bit, but I made the correct call. I do go archers early on, I believe. Oh, probably be cool if I could see it. I do have a very, it's wrong base. I do have a very exposed gold here, which is, if you're gonna go, oh, there, that, you hate to see that. That should never happen. You have a very exposed gold in the front here. You've got your berries on the back, which is a little bit more of a safer option. And then you do have a back gold here, but I don't believe, yeah, I don't see that. Yeah, and that's why scouting's so important. I did go up and go around here. Good boar lore coming in. Let's turn off that fog of war for a second, and we can speed this process up a little bit more. And man, these flowworks are just wild to look at. That's a really cool building. Good boar lore, number 2, and he does get that. He does build a little like wall in here, which is nice to prevent from any raids coming in. So that was really nice from him. Beard's coming in, and we'll just continue to let this play out. Really interesting. Full works back here. Oh, he's taking deer. Okay. Yeah. So Devin's just really hard on himself sometimes, and that happens. So we love you, Devin. You should be nice. You should be nicer to yourself sometimes. And early horses coming in, or the early scout coming in. He does see. I do see it. He's in my base. I'm still not sure if I even see this back location. No, I know this isn't open yet, but I do actually put a wall down because I do recognize that there is a problem here. He is going to go for a stable here. He does crank out a few of these scouts. And we will just bring it back to home base. And in just retaliation, I didn't kill his scout. I walled it in to teach it a lesson, so he could watch the demise of his empire. It's terrible. But as you can see, I do go on this gold here. I only put 3 in gold. I've got a lot of farms happening. I've got a fair amount of wood happening. And these scouts come in at the bottom here. I do manage to have a few spearmen out and kind of let them do that. And in retaliation, oh, there we go. They're running away. I don't know if he saw that and just was like, probably from this guy at the front gate. But he is seeing the pressure come on and come in. And he pulls all of his military back. And in future, I think he probably should have kept... I mean, I know you want to, like, you know, protect your people here. Which is why I think getting some early walls in might be really, really important. And the walls won't keep me out indefinitely, but it will absolutely help with delaying something coming in. And at that point, you maybe could crank out a few spearmen. And in return, I'm just continually... Oh, it's a pig. I was like, what was that? But I decided to try to just focus my time on some villagers back here. All the meanwhile, still building more back here. And trying to keep the pressure on. But I does get a little sloppy, so I don't want it to sound like I'm praising myself so much, because this gets really messy. And we'll just let it kind of continue for a little bit. So these villagers coming forward. I think putting a forward castle here was the correct thing to do. I mean... I part of me thought it was maybe an overstretch now, like looking back at it, but this would have probably been like a prime location for one, because you would have the heal advantage, or maybe even like right here. And I think it goes in right around here. And oh, never mind. I stand corrected. That was the perfect place to put it, Max. You're freaking spot on. Taking away my advantage of gold. I don't remember. I have COVID, man. Still putting pressure on the back. Yeah, this was an excellent castle. I take back everything I said. I don't know why I thought I was over here. But I thought it was a very good castle. You're putting pressure right in the face of my base. And I did still have the scouts working here. But we can probably speed this up a little bit. This castle does go up. Forward stable. He does swing back around here. I don't know if he sees this back. Oh, he does. He does. Okay. And at the same time, he's bringing out his knights. I'm also bringing out my knights. It's pretty tame in terms of going up. I thought he had a very, very good... He went up with 34 castle age, 26 minutes, 25 minutes. Continued to get resources while his base was under attack. Put forward pressure on here. You can't do any better than that. Honestly, under pressure, that's the best thing you do. You slap it in the opponent's face. Now, he did stop pushing here. He probably sees this, doesn't want anything to do with it, which I totally understand. At this time, I'm not quite remembering. Oh, let's look at this relic, apparently. I was going to say, I think I had another few units coming out, but if he had pushed a little bit more in here, I think that castle might have been able to protect a little bit more of his stuff. Go on to, yeah, this guy again. So Max, I don't know if you were thinking I was going to go for the archers or whatnot, but I think the knights are the right call. And I feel you do a pretty good job coming in here. I think I remember you bringing in a few more of these horses. I really want this woodline. Apparently, I think it's just something that I know that it's safe, and I know if I stick to it, I'll get to it eventually. Do have some horses out here. Continue coming out. I need some tea. All the while, I'm right here at least focusing on the, I'm not even focusing on the buildings too much at this point, just really just trying to go after the villagers. Down to 23 population, and once again, there's some good counter rating here, which I don't see. I probably lose quite a few more villagers in this area, and so like that's what I'm saying is there is some good forward pressure over here, but not paying attention to what's going on at home, and that can make all the difference in a game like this. And unfortunately, he's getting his population up. He's, you know, he's got a total of 39, which half of that is gonna be his military. But oh man, that's why monks are great. And he does a very good job. Max does a really good job cleaning up a lot of my villagers that I just wasn't paying attention to. I don't know if he got in through the side here or if he just came in through and like walked around. But once again, that's what I'm saying. Excellent counter, putting the pressure back in my face, and I ate it. I lost quite a few. Yeah, I'm down 51 people right now, as opposed to me killing his 40. So altogether, I mean, on paper, it looks, you know, it looks like I should not have the advantage. Thinking back, I'm thinking a lot of the kills, I mean, he wiped out my mining camp, he wiped out all of my farmers here. So this was in no way a shabby game for him. Excuse me, I need to blow my face into this right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you all love that. You gotta love monks. Monks are really great. This monk is holding this entire intersection right here, and everybody was too scared to want it. I think Max, you did a really good job. Just once again, you wiped out so many of my villagers. You put so much good pressure on. And I was gonna say, if there was if you were able to maybe like put a TC back here, because you definitely have plenty of stone. I guess you were struggling for wood there. That makes sense. But if you could have maybe gotten a TC like out to the side here to maybe protect your woodworkers, that would have been killer for you. Okay, so we're gonna speed this up a little bit. Good pressure coming in the back. I did see this castle coming in here, by the way. And I don't know why I didn't specifically go for it right away. I think if you had actually held off from attacking with your knights, I maybe wouldn't have noticed it as quickly, but I do remember noticing it and thinking to myself, hey, I gotta take care of that. But it might have been because of the action right in here. And I'm not saying any of this to be critical. I'm just trying to think of like what was going through my head here. I did not know all y'all were back here. I did follow those. I don't know how I got lucky finding those villagers, but I did. Oh, I am going back. Am I going back? No, I'm not. I'm just gonna sit there for a while. Apparently. But at this point, I mean, I'm not going to try to take this castle. But there's game one. and you know that's Devin. Yeah, that's Devin for you, you know. But no, Max played a really solid game. I felt he had really good pressure, and classic Magyar's pulls matchup, which was very good. 68 killed uh, by Hadosama AOE, and 64 units lost. Yeah, the villager production was really important. You did a really good job keeping my villager count much lower than I think it probably would have. And like I said, and if you were able to get another TC on that wood line or one of your wood lines, I think that would have really um, that would have been really good to help protect some of that. And you know, so overall, I was very happy. Um, I felt that it was a good game and had a lot of fun with it. So at least there's round one for the Age of Empires tournament. So fairly well.